Hello, let's look at how we use locked mode for quizzes in Google Classroom. This is really useful if we want to help keep learners focused while they're taking quizzes and tests on their Chromebooks. When the learners are in a quiz that's set to lock mode, they won't be able to browse to any other websites. Keyboard shortcuts and apps are disabled, and until they press submit, if they do anything they shouldn't do, the teacher will be notified by email. So you're going to need a G Suite account for this to work. We're going to need a Chromebook that's managed by the school for each student, and that needs to be running Chrome OS 75 and up. Here we are in the classwork page of Google Classroom. We can see the Create option, and I've got highlighted Quiz Assignment. Selecting that, I will see the assignment box pop up. The assignment box allows me to set all the preferences that I have for this particular assignment. I can remove the blank quiz that's automatically been created for me and attach a Google form quiz that I've already made, or I can go in and edit this blank quiz. But first, let's take a closer look at the locked mode toggle on Google Chromebook. So here you can see I've just toggled that to the right there, which means this Google form, this blank quiz, will only work on Chromebooks managed by the school. And that's all I need to do. Once I've done that, I can dive in and take a closer look at the settings for the blank quiz form that I've created. So here it is, I've loaded it up, and I can see here I can name my quiz at the top just like I could with a Google form. I can put in a question, I can make them multiple choice, paragraph answers. It's entirely up to you, and you can set the forms up just like you would with any other Google form. So that's the quiz details. I'd be quite interested to look at the answer details. So let's look at the answer key here. And when I load the answer key, you can see I can set the points value. So how much is each question worth? So I have one question at the moment worth 5 points, and that gives me a total points of 5 that I see in the top right hand corner. I also have the option to add answer feedback, and I can go into the settings of the form, and you can see here it's automatically switched on for me to make this a quiz, because it's a quiz in a locked mode on a Google Chromebook, so I can see that box is ticked as well. At the moment, the scores are releasing automatically immediately after each submission, but I may wish to change that to later, after manual review, if it's something that's going to require me to go in and mark each of the questions. And I can also set it so the learners can see whether they've missed any questions, the feedback to those missed questions, what the correct answers are if I put that information in, and also the marks value for each question. So there's a lot of control there about what type of information I can release back, and I'm sharing all the information back because that's going to be useful to my learners. So let's look now at the learner experience. Well, if they're in a Chromebook and they go in, they see locked mode is switched on, and before they start their quiz, this box pops up. It just confirms which email address they're using, as that's the one that's linked to the Google Classroom, and that makes sure the scores all get transferred okay. When they press start quiz, it will pop up just like a Google form would, but not let them access anything they shouldn't. However, if we've got accessibility features and extensions turned on, they will still work in locked mode. So if, for instance, we've got text-to-speech enabled, that absolutely continues to support our young people. So if I'm completing as a learner the quiz, you can see here that my response has been submitted on the left and it's been marked as done automatically for me. And you can see on the right there's just the clip from Google Classroom where it says your work. No work's attached because it's sat in a Google form, it's not a special attachment. And you can see the word unsubmit because I have handed in. They could press unsubmit, but they won't be able to resubmit the form because that's set up just to take a response once. You can now see the error message that will be displayed if the user tries to access this quiz on something that isn't a managed Chromebook, for example, their mobile phone or a Windows PC. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe this video if you found it useful. You can also get me on Twitter at Mr. Vosser. Thank you very much.